switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, Huntley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
down. 18 Gator. Hey, exit. Nice, sweetheart. Snap.
Throwing his lock on third down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
SOS. Kill. Mike 50.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Ready? 10-2 stop. 80 weapons. Check 43. Shoot.
Now Gordon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go. Ready?
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We got three. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
8-3.
On 2nd and 9. Locke looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
Ready. Hey, Charlie. 58, boys. 58. Mike. Here we go.
Locke now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and goal, Denver.
Go now. 60 or.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now. Get it.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Set. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Again, it's Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Locke now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and June. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw Mariota. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried to screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. On 1st down, Locke. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Mike, 49. Exit. Shift. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Yep.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
36. Whip. One. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Stop your whining. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, we got 3 downs here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We own it. We won. Mike's forfeit. 50. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 50.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 30 on second down, Mariota, Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Ready? Mike 50. Mike 50. 3. Check pass. Showing it. 3. Check 26.
On third down, Mariota. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 10. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On the ready.
Lock now. Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go!
On third and long, it's Locke. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
From the gun, Mariota. It's caught by Aguilar. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 21.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Greystone travel. Kill. Hey, Alpha. Kill. Turn up. 45.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Watch his flag. Hey! 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke looking downfield for Godwin. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here we go, D.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darren Lee just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, exit. 56. Mike 56. I know he ain't got it. Be Griffin.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Double dog, that's the way. Hey, switch gears. One. Under crunch. Rush in. Switch. Check. 3. Deuce.
Now Mariota. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Check nickel.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Good work, man. Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Pick that.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Man up, D.
Hey, Charlie.
You gonna take.
Step.
To throw his line. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.